I'm Olivia Taylor. I'm model number 40 for DC Fashion Show Week 2014. I just wanted to explain to some of you guys how I got involved on it. Some of you may not care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I actually got stopped in a mall one time and some girl asked me if I modeled, and I said no because, you know, I was, I think, 15, and she referred me to one of her family friend photographers. Coincidentally, it happened to be the same photographer that my friend used for a few, her senior photos and stuff. So I worked with him for a bit, and he sent my photo to DC Fashion Show. I did the application, I did all stuff, I didn't have to pay anything. I don't know why I didn't have to, I think other people had to. And then I showed up to the audition, and there were I want to say there was 200 people there. And a lot of people apply for the DC Fashion Show. A lot of people will get cut right away and don't get an invitation back. But I was one of the selected that was called back. And then after that we walked. It was so scary because I remember this one girl was beautiful. There were so many girls, everyone there was beautiful. And when they were walking on the stage, there was a center. They showed us 6 times. You would walk directly down the center. There's kind of a line. And then you would walk back on looking down the stage was the left, but to them it was the right. And this one girl and you couldn't pose. You just had to walk down and then turn and then go back. It was so scary and so nerve-wracking because I've never done anything like that before. And this one girl, beautiful, she had an amazing walk too. She was walking down and they're just no, get off the stage. And I was like, oh, what? What? And then I go on stage, I'm shaking, my hands are ridiculous. I walk down, and I remember the number one thing that they said don't do is look down. You're supposed to always keep eye contact with the judge or the wall behind the judge. And I remember I looked down and I looked right back up and I saw one of them shake their head, and I was like, well, I'm cut. We can all go home now because this was wonderful and thank you so much for your time, but I suck and thanks. So then I walked down, and then they called numbers, and my number wasn't called, but it was for the first models 1 through 30. But I didn't know that. I thought it was just all the models from 1 through 50. And they didn't call me, so I was ready to leave. Or they called the rest of the models, and it was so scary because they would go 21, 22, 23, 25, 26. So they would deliberately skip one person or something like that would happen. And they were 39, 40, 41, 42. And I thought they skipped 40. It was so scary. Oh, and then at the end of it, they told me that I was selected one of the 6 people to get interviewed, which I thought they just did it originally for the new faces and stuff like that. But it turns out that they just wanted to interview me. They also did a few models that did DC show last year. It was a really good experience. I was there from 1 to 4, but I left at 10:30 just in case because they said be there no later than 12:30. And we had so many people show up. We had plus size models, we had regular size models, we've had tall models, we've had male models, and there was actually 2 of my friends did it. Danny and Emily did it, and Emily did it the year before, so that was really cool. She kind of showed us the ropes. She was okay, if you're a guy you have to walk this way, and if you're a girl you have to walk this way, make sure you talk this way, and all that really nice stuff. She was really helpful. And then at the end they explained to us about the routine. We have a special little chat group, which I can't tell you about because it's just for the models, and so I feel special. So what the next step is on the 26th of January we have to pretty much audition again. We're automatically in the show, I believe, but now we just have to be picked by the editor, or the designers. But I think next Sunday what they're going to be doing is they're either going to let us know ahead of time, or they're going to email us or something, but that's when we essentially get picked on what outfits we have to display. It's going to be so cool. There's going to be different designers from all over DC. I think a few people are flying in from Paris, and a few people are flying in from London, I believe. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't hold me to that. But it's going to be really cool. I looked up all the designers from last year. I did a lot of research, and I really do suggest if anyone plans on doing this ever, do your research because there's so much that you can learn about DC Fashion Show. You can learn about the designers that exhibited last year. You can learn about the creator of DC Fashion Show. If anything, you can learn about all the benefits. One girl, actually it was the girl who did it last year, who goes to my school, got a round trip to anywhere. So that was her product. She hasn't cashed it in yet, but essentially DC Fashion Show, I don't know if it's the fashion show or the designers, but they're paying for her to go anywhere in the world, and they're paying for her plane trip there and back. So I think that's really cool. I would use it for London or Paris because that's the fashion and business capital Well, in my eyes, those are the two top places for business and fashion. And then I think one girl who I spoke to briefly was sharing her stories about how she's been modeling since she was 13. And one of the designers that she worked for last year offered to pay for her, or wanted her to shoot and be part of her advertisement. She wanted that model to be the representative of her fashion. And she was telling us all about it, but she didn't end up going through it. So if I could get something like that, that would be really cool. Just so, I mean, even if I have to pay for the money, that's not a big deal, but it's the experience and the culture that I'm gonna get out of this experience. So I will be making a video next Sunday, hopefully get some behind the scenes if I can get permission from the executive. So hopefully I can encourage some more people to do it, because this is really a great experience, and that's coming from somebody who's never gone out there. I would love to pursue modeling as like a career, but I know I'm going to focus more on sales and business. This is a great way for people, if you don't have a knack, try this. I mean, the people that actually got into DC Fashion Show, there are different races, different sizes. They are all beautiful, obviously, but I mean, everyone has their own beauty. So I mean, I want to encourage as many people as possible to join the DC Fashion Show. Even if you don't make it, it's still a great experience. You learn professionalism, you deal with people, and it's something that everyone should experience at least once in their life. I will be posting more videos. If you want to see some, subscribe to my channel. There's not much up there yet, but hopefully there are more videos to come soon. I hope this wasn't too boring for you. I think I'm done! Wait. Am I done? I think I'm done! I don't know how... I think you just click it or something, right? Yeah, I think.